Morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Operation Remote Resilience. My name is Sara. We have a few minutes until class starts, but let's head over to the net where we can get nice and comfy. Chose a much brighter location this morning. I know it's a little busier, but it's nice and bright. But welcome. As you can see, I have a few props. To the right and left of me, I have some blocks. I have a nice blanket here. You can grab towels too, those also help. Pillow. Please feel free to grab any of those items. If you have them, do not stress if you do not. But instead of this blanket, you can use pillows. Great for the knees, to put underneath your knees. So anything that would help there. If you want to grab some water, always good to keep hydrated. Time. Got 3 more minutes. So just settle in, find a nice comfortable spot on your mat this morning. We're going to work a lot on twists. Twists are a great way to help the digestion, detox. They're also great for stress. So we're going to incorporate lots of gentle twists throughout this 30-minute class today. So again, grab whatever props you need. Make yourselves comfy. We'll begin in a few minutes. Checking in, just make sure we're valuing your time. Start on time. Again, any props you think you might need. Again, don't feel like you have to have any. We're all on a different journey, different level. Different things going on each day. We are going to start this class seated, so start with just getting comfortable there. And we'll start in 1 minute. Okay. Grab my water really quickly. Wait over here. All right, it is 9:30, so we are going to get started. So for those that just joined, my name is Sara. I am a certified Warriors Ease Level 2 teacher, and I'm going to guide you through this 30-minute class today. We're going to focus on a lot of gentle twists, which are really great to help detox, great for the digestion, great for stress. Do what you can. I offer lots of modifications, so go where your body needs to go today. So we're going to start by seating, our seated position. I like to sit on a block. It's entirely up to you. Takes a little stress out of the hips and knees. If you do not like this pose at all, you could come into hero's pose on the knees. So you find that comfortable position for you. So we're going to start in this nice seated position, nice Bring those shoulders up, back and down, just to begin. Just to get that nice alignment in that spine. And whether you want to, you can have your eyes open or closed. I just want you to take a moment to acknowledge your breath just as it is. You have one hand on your belly, you have one on the chest. Just allows you to notice any movement. For these first few moments, exploring without judgment. Just acknowledge where your breath is right now. And again, you have your eyes open or closed. Wherever you want to be this morning. It's your time. And then on our next breath, we're going to work on that 3-part breath. So when you take a deep inhale, and as you do, you feel that belly expand. Allow the air to travel up the ribcage and then all the way to that upper chest. And then as you exhale, feel it come all the way down. Do that again. So take that deep inhale, feeling that belly rise. Up the ribcage all the way to the upper chest. Pause. And then as you exhale, feel it release all the way down to the belly. One more time. Take a deep inhale. Really feel that belly moving up. As coming all the way up. And as you exhale, feeling that ribcage release. Allowing that one to come all the way down. Spine. So with our hands on our knees, we're going to do some cat-cows, but sitting. So take another deep inhale. And then on the exhale, I want you to chin to chest and really arch the back. Looking down. And then on the inhale, we're going to allow that heart to rise, the chest to rise up. Looking up, that feels comfortable on your neck. And then as we exhale, tuck that chin, round that back. Again, taking the inhale, allowing that chest to rise. Looking up. And then exhale. Really arching that back. One more time, take another deep inhale. And then exhale. And then back. That nice straight. So we're going to take this left hand and we're going to place it on that right knee. We're going to do a gentle twist. We're going to bring that right hand behind. We're going to gently twist to the side. So from here, we're just going to look to the side to start with. We're going to twist at the waist, super important. And then from here, you can start to open up that shoulder to maybe gently look behind. But again, listen to your body. You might be right here, and that might be okay. Just looking to the side. Oh, you may be able to go a little further. Just have those beautiful twists. And then we'll come back to center. We'll take that right hand, place it on the left. Left hand comes to the ground. And then we're going to gently twist to the side. So we'll get the side to start off with. When we twist at the waist, and then we open up that shoulder. And possibly look behind. This aggravate your neck in any way. Just look to the side. Just do a nice little twist. And then back to center. So if you're sitting on a block, release that block. So I'm going to bring our legs out in front. So bring them together. And we're going to inhale those arms up so you can bring them out to the side or straight up, depending on how it feels on your shoulders. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold. Now it's okay if you catch at your toes, you might not be able to. You can also start at the knees and just gently slide those hands down. I'm going to round it back. I'm just going to hold this for a moment. So go where you need to go. You might be right here at the ankles, and that's okay. So allow the neck to soften. And then gently. So the right leg is flat on the mat. We're going to bring this left one. And we're going to bring that foot as close to that hip as you can. There we go. And then we're just going to gently twist again. So we're going to hold onto this left knee. Left hand is right here. And we're just going to gently twist to the side. So just a slightly deeper twist, maybe. Just notice how that feels differently, perhaps. And again, we're twisting at the waist. So we can gently open up that shoulder if it feels good to look behind. And then gently back to center. So we're going to switch legs. So that left one is nice and flat. Right one comes up. We're going to place that left hand. You're going to hug it if you wanted to. And then we're going to place that right one and gently twist. So we're going to twist, remember, to the side. Keep that foot flexed. That will really help protect the knee. And then open up that shoulder. But go where you need to go. You may just be looking at the side and a little twist like that. Don't want to strain the neck. And then come back to center. So release those legs down. And we're going to come into our tabletop. So tabletop on all fours. You can have those feet flexed. And you can have them nice flat on the mat. Hands nice and spread. So those wrists are under those shoulders. Nice, got a nice flat back. I'm going to do a few cat-cows here to begin. So I want you to take a deep inhale, expand that belly, looking up. And then exhale, chin to chest. Arching the back. Again, inhale. And exhale. Really arching that back. I want you to do a few more of these at your own breath. And again, perhaps noticing how this feels different from one we did seated. Take that deep inhale, really expand the belly. And then exhale, chin to chest, really arching that back like a cat. One more time. And arching that back like a cat. And back to that tabletop. So we're going to bring that right leg out. Bring those toes to the mat and just gently stretch that back. A nice stretch here. I'm going to turn this into a little twist in a moment. So release that, and then we're going to bring it over to that left side. And as we do, we're going to gently look towards that toe. So we have a little twist here. And then bring it back. So I'm just going to turn to the other side just so you can see. So we're going to bring that left foot back this time. Put toes into the mat, just gently pushing back. A nice stretch here. And then we're going to bring it over to that right side. Starting here and then gently turn your gaze. Feels good on the neck. a nice little twist right here. And then gently release. So we're going to bring those knees to the widest portion of the mat. If that feels good, you can do a regular child's pose. You can have a blanket under the knees. We're going to gently push it. Try to leave that spine from moving. And again, if this irritates your shoulders, then we can gently, slightly bend the elbows. Initially let them fall. You go where you need to go this morning. Head to the forehead to the mat. Then the belly rise and fall. And then gently come up. Bring those knees back if you have them nice and wide. So we're going to do a little bird dog. So hand are firmly planted. We're going to bring that left foot up. Nice and flexed. Nice straight line if you can. Just go where you can go. You may be right here. You're just hovering off the mat. Foot is nice and flexed. You can stay right here. Or you can take that arm and come into full bird dog. You choose where you want to go. You want to find a spot so you have focal point. So you can, there's a lot of balance here. And then we'll gently bring that down. I'm going to turn again, just so you can see. This time the other leg is going to come up. That is nice and flexed, nice straight line if you can. And then the opposite arm, if you want, you don't have to. It's going to come up. Listen to your body. And then gently bring those knees down and come into child's pose. So knees are together this time, arms out in front. You have a nice little bend in those elbows if you need. Listen to your body. And again, you can have a blanket underneath those knees if it bothers you. And gently come up. So we're going to try to thread the needle again. It's also a nice little twist. So I'm going to take this right hand. I'm going to thread it underneath the left. Gently bring that right shoulder down to the mat. You can have a blanket underneath your knees as well as that shoulder. And you can have your hand right here. That is where you're at. Or you got a little more mobility in that shoulder. You can try and bring it out in front. Or there's another option is to bring it behind your back and spine. So you go where you need to go this morning. Nice, lots of nice little gentle twists this morning on our mats. And then we're going to gently release that bind if we had that behind our back and gently come up and come into child's pose one more time. And again, noticing the breath. And back to center. So I am going to learn one more time. And this time, I'm going to take the other arm. I'm going to thread it through. So I'm going to take this left arm, thread it through. And then that left shoulder is going to come down to the mat. This time, remember that hand can be right by your face. Or you can gently bring it out in front. You have a little bit more mobility in those arms. Or gently bind it. Your glute is right chin up in the air. Feet nice flat on the mat. Just use that breath, feeling the movement in the belly. If this is uncomfortable at any point, you can get out of this pose and go into child's pose. And then we're going to release that hand if you had that bound. And then we're going to come up and warm our child's pose. We'll meet anyone that's that we're going to try to meet them. And then come back to tabletop. So we're going to flex those feet. And we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, when you really push through those palms there, if it hurts your shoulders at any point, you're able to slightly bend those knees. That will help a little. But I really want you to push through those palms, shoot that glute to the sky, the tailbone to the sky. And from here, you can pedal your knees into that happy dog. It is Friday. But again, it just helps us like bend those knees. At any point, you can always come out of lower child pose at any point during this practice. And then we're going to gently bring those hands towards the knees. Kind of slight bend in those knees. Bring those hands towards the feet. And we're going to gently grab those elbows into our ragdoll. So really wanting to allow the weight of the upper body just to hang here. You can sway from side to side. You can remain still. And then we're going to release, coming all the way up, slowly one vertebrae at a time into a mountain pose. So we're going to work a little on chair today and add a little twist. The chair is not comfortable for everyone, I know, because of the knees. So lots of little modifications. So we're going to have our feet at hip distance apart. And we're going to pretend like we're sitting in a chair. So we're going to have our hands at heart center. It's a great way to start. And we're going to sit back like we're sitting in a chair. Your chest is still, your chest will be up. I don't want it curved or coming down. Chest up as if you're sitting in that beautiful chair. Now, if any part has hurt your knees, you can gently come out of it and then gently come back in. Now, if you're familiar with the twist in this pose, so you're here in chair, and if you are familiar, you can gently twist both to the section of the elbow to the sky. Now, this may not be good for everyone. So this is where this block comes in handy. So you're in your chair, and you can bring this between those 2 feet right in front. Gently put that hand there, and then raise that right arm. So you've got your left arm on the block, hand on the block, and gently twist to that side. And then you would twist to the other side. Now, if you are familiar with this already and you've got that mobility, you can use your hands to heart center to twist and hook. This is another option. And again, if you find this uncomfortable at any point, please come out of the pose. And then we'll all meet back. Hands to heart center. And then gently raise up. So now we're familiar. I want to do that one more time. So we're going to sit down in a chair like we're sitting in an actual chair. Not a bar stool. A bar stool will be right here. Try and go a little bit further. Now, if this does hurt, maybe go a little higher up. But try and sit in like you're sitting in a chair. And again, if you're familiar, you can bring those elbows to one side. You can even hook the knee if you want. Don't have to. Or you can use the block. Block is a great option. And then we'll twist to the other side. So the block's the highest point. And if it hurts with the arms up, you're just gently rest it on the back. You also get a beautiful twist here. And then we'll come back. Hands to heart center. Gently raise all the way up. I'm going to move this block. I'm going to gently come down to the mat. So hands to heart center. And we're going to gently bend those knees and gently bring those hands down to the mat. And just tiptoe them in front. And either come to a high plank or come to your knees. We're going to come to a chaturanga, but we're going to come all the way down. So you can do it on your toes. If you're a little more advanced, or you can come to your knees. So we're going to gently roll over, a little bit forward, gently coming all the way down to the mat. So you can bring those hands one on top of the other and just remove those legs for a moment here. So we're going to bring those legs down to the mat. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. I'm going to grab this block real quickly. I have one right back. So I'm going to come into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, we're going to have those, here's that really quickly, 2 hands on the mat. So palms flat on the mat. And we're going to gently, so you can have your neck just gently hanging here. Now this is not always comfortable for everyone. You just gently hold it here. Or you can take this block and you can gently rest that forehead to relieve that neck. You really want your neck to be nice and soft in this pose. Just gently hold it here. Hold this for a few breaths. Very quick back, shoulders. Release that block. And we're going to come all the way down. We're going to come onto our backs. I'm going to gently, very gently, come on to our backs. I'm going to take a block one more time. And if you have a block, if not, you're going to bring those feet as close to the glutes as comfortable for you. You can gently raise those hips up. It doesn't have to be awfully high, especially if you don't have a block available. Or you can bring it a little higher. If you do have that block, I want you to bring that block and bring it to that lower part of the back, it's the bony part, just above the bum, right there. Or the glute, should I say, a little more scientific. And you can rest it right here. This is beautiful pose. Beautiful, nice restorative pose. But if you don't have the block, you can use other things too. You can use a blanket, pillow, or if you would like to bring those hips up and full bridge, you can. And if you are higher up, really focus on that chest and being open up the diaphragm. It's all healthy this time. And then gently bring it down. I just want you to windshield wipe with those legs from side to side. And then we're going to bring those knees to the left and bring our knees to the right. So another gentle twist. So lots of beautiful little twists today. If it hurts your neck to look to the right, you can also look up. And then we'll bring those knees to center and then over to the feet. And you can gaze over to the left and the right. And then back to center. And when you do, find a comfortable position laying on the mat. So you might bring the knees up, Maybe with your legs down. You may want to bring the sole of the feet together. Open those knees up. It's up to you where you want to go. For a lot of people, knees up is very comfortable. You really feel that whole entire back on the mat. And so find that comfortable position. And with your eyes open or closed, I'm going to talk you through a little tense and release as we come to the close of our practice today. So I want you to start by squeezing those toes, those ankles, the entire lower body, all the way up to the glutes. Squeeze it as tight as you possibly can. And then release. On each part of that lower body to rest a little. So this time I want you to make a fist with your hands. And I want you to squeeze those hands, those arms, those shoulders, entire upper body. Squeeze it as tight as you possibly can. And then each part of that upper body to gently rest. So now we're going to do this with that face. So I'm going to squeeze everything into the center. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze the entire face. And then relax. Allowing all those facial muscles to relax a little, rest. I need to rest. Just for a moment. Place your hand, one hand on the belly, one on the upper chest, and I just want you to notice that movement in the belly one more time. We allow our body to rest just for a few minutes. And again, like we started our practice, without judgment, knowing how this feels in the body. Maybe there's more movement in the belly now, now you can come aware of your breath. Just taking a moment to notice. Reminding ourselves of the power of breath. And then on your next breath, I want you to gently come into a fetal position on either side, wherever it's comfortable for you. And from here, just gently push yourselves up and clasp back in a seated position. So I'm going to sit back on my block. Take your time. I'm going to end one final twist. So I'm going to place that left hand on the right knee. Bring that right hand to the mat. And pull the switches in waist to that right side. And then again, you can open up that shoulder to look behind if that feels good for us. Still focusing on that breath. And then we'll come back to center. We'll switch. So that right hand on that left knee. Left hand to the mat. And then gently look to the sides, interested at the waist first. And then open up that shoulder to look behind. That feels good. And then back to center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a fabulous Friday. As always, there's a link below right there. If you feel you would like to donate, we are always extremely grateful helps teachers like myself provide these resources so that we can serve those who serve. Again, have a wonderful day and thank you for joining me.